shit, you never know what can happen out here.
Damn, man, we talked about so much shit, but we didn't really talk about nothing. But
no, we didn't. We didn't talk about anything. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Faculty Lounge podcast. This is episode 15.
15.
John J over here.
And before we realized we weren't recording, I introduced myself as Anonymous.
He got a new name, which is his old name.
Yeah, it's not my birth name. It's my old name. The name I gave myself.
Welcome, Anonymous, to the podcast.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
And so let me explain the name. You know what I'm saying? Because over the years, they say that the name you choose for yourself is who you become. You know? Now, I have always been in the room. You know, I've been in the room with, I'm going to say it for the third week in a row.
Okay.
Andrew Barber. I've been in
hey,
the room
look, your love obsession with Andrew Barber is starting to disturb me.
I've been in the room with Chance the Rapper, GLC, all these mogs. Don't nobody know who I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I know who everybody is. Yeah. Like, we go anywhere and I can point out whoever's done anything with their life.
I was telling Chris Hill that when I was over at Locale on Thursday, man. Mm-hmm. I was talking to him. I'm like, man, look, I know who I know. Like, I know you because I know you. Mm-hmm. I know Joe because I know Joe. I know Arlo because I know Arlo, right? Mm-hmm. But you know all of these other people. And it's like, that's your job. You got to go and talk to these other people because if I don't know them, I don't know them. Yeah. Like, I don't know nothing about Andrew Barber except for Fake Shore Drive. You know what he looks like. Yeah. I have no clue.
You know, I know who Taylor Bennett looks like. You know what I'm saying? I know, all them Save Money people.
I got nothing.
The cool kids.
I got nothing.
All of them, you know? Like, I could point them all out, but I'm anonymous because I'm always there, but I feel like I know everybody, but don't nobody know me. You know? So, welcome to my anonymous story. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let's get back to what we was talking about earlier, the fucking McBeatdown.
Yeah. What I say, the little chicken McBoo?
Yeah, that chicken McTitty. Chicken McTitty. So Shorty went in there disgruntled at McDonald's for whatever reason. She's probably mad because she had to eat that bullshit.
Yeah.
And decided to throw the drink in the face of the most biggest, burliest McDonald's worker I've ever seen. She's like Lucha Libre status.
Odin.
Yeah. So the video come on and we just watched the thrashing of this pretty little girl, man.
A little chicken McBoo.
Oh man, like she had her flip-flops on and her little shorts and all of that. Like
flip-flop, mollywop.
Man, and she got beat up, right? The first time. And the manager came
and tried to save her.
She didn't want to stop though.
Don't save her.
She don't want to be saved. Yeah. But she's so embarrassed. She trying to get her pride back. That pride gone, baby girl.
Yeah.
That pride gone.
Now you got 4 fists.
Yeah. You did.
Then the manager came out to give her 2 more thumbs to get that bitch 4 thumbs down.
Yeah. But she definitely got everything that she deserved. I think that McDonald's is a terrible place. And that's why terrible things keep happening there.
Yeah, man. It's something in the food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a fucking quarter pounder with cheese. A double quarter pounder with cheese. And it had this nasty taste. So I took one of the patties off and I forced myself to eat it. But I was like, now that I think about it, I threw one of those patties in the middle of the street for the birds. You know, for the birds to come down and the squirrels and shit to eat it. I don't want them eating that shit.
Hey, so you think about this shit, nigga. They figured out how to sell you a pancake sandwich out of McDonald's, man.
Yeah.
That shit is nasty. That fish sandwich is gonna stay alive for 6 months.
Yeah.
Sitting on your table.
You seen them fries.
Yeah.
Put that fry there for 365 days and it didn't move.
I'll take it even further. You ain't even gotta watch no video. I know you didn't clench your car out after a long ass time and it's that one fry under your seat.
Yeah.
It looked like you just dropped it yesterday.
Yeah.
Man, you can't be eating that shit.
Man, that shit's not good for you,
that shit is that's what's gonna cause the zombie outbreak. On the real, they gonna make McDonald's so cheap that everybody gonna be eating it. They got the $1 menu now. They gonna have a 45-cent menu.
Oh, why 45, man?
45-cent
orange
menus.
45-cent menu.
Yeah.
For all you Putin supporters. It's going to keep you Putin.
Yeah. So, speaking of nasty ass McDonald's, you told me about a nasty ass man in a nasty ass McDonald's.
Yeah, man. So there's some guy. He looked like the little squirrel thing off of Ice Age, the one that keep
chasing the little ugly little rabies squirrel.
This motherfucker, he wear a hat with a fro out the back of it. You know what I'm saying? My niece was in McDonald's. Mm-hmm. She was with her little friend, 13, 12 years old. They out there at McDonald's. Dude is sitting there with his phone like this. You know what I'm saying? Showing these little girls a picture of his dick on his phone. You know what I'm saying? So she go home, write it out on Facebook like, yeah dude did this and woo woo. An hour later, she had 40 comments on there. Mm-hmm. Woke up the next day to 190 comments on the post.
So I'm surprised ain't nobody took no picture of this dude.
They on the comments. It was videos of girls. You nasty motherfucker. You. Hey, shut up, hoe. You stupid. You lying.
Oh wow. So his face is identifiable on the video.
Yeah, and he got on the post and started commenting on the post about him.
Wow.
Like, shut up, y'all some hoes. Shut up. Woo.
So this is an older dude or what?
Yeah, like he's like in his mid-20s. You know what I'm saying?
So he's a young man.
Yeah, he's a grown-up. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
This is a grown-up.
Right.
And so they say he's been at the McDonald's on Fullerton and Cicero, the one on North Avenue and Costner, the one on Belmont and Pulaski, like that whole area. I didn't realize how many McDonald's it was around there. Yeah. But he's been at all of them harassing women. And he does this. And he like, yeah, man, all sorts of girls and they mamas and they aunties and they sisters. They're all like, yeah, that's the guy I was telling you about. Ooh. Right. So, yeah, man, we got to find this guy, man.
Yep. He definitely needs some hands put on him.
Yeah, man.
And
they say he ride around on a blue bike.
All right.
And he got a little fro.
See, I keep your eyes out.
Little light-skinned motherfucker.
If you're in McDonald's, keep your eyes peeled, keep your kids close, and you see this motherfucker, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touch him.
Yeah. That pedophile shit is crazy because this motherfucker is like, that's his whole thing.
Yeah, man.
Like that's his whole thing is showing his penis to young girls.
Like that's what I was asking you. Like when people say get your rocks off, does it mean that he's actually feeling some kind of sexual release from just showing the picture? Or like, I mean, at this point, I don't care if he gets help. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to be, touched.
You want him to get what he deserves.
Yeah, you know, but if he does need help, like...
it's complex shit because...
because at the same time, you got these websites and these petitions being signed so people can have sex with your 3-year-old son.
I saw the fucking TED Talk.
Yeah.
Did you see the TED Talk?
No, I didn't see it.
It was a TED Talk about them trying to justify pedophilia. They were saying because it's somebody that's a pedophile and is only attracted to children and not adult women, that don't mean that they would necessarily be a rapist, where if you leave your kid with this person, they gonna rape them. They just gonna like them. I don't know what's going on in society, but I will say this. Now, I think pedophiles deserve a head busting just as much as the next man. But I will say that this shit is like a real clinical fucking problem. And it's like, you can't take no chances with these motherfuckers. Like, there is no chance to be taken as far as a fucking pedophile and my children.
Yeah.
Like, you don't play with that. There is no, let's give them a chance. There is no, no.
No, if a motherfucker touch my
we getting
son,
you the fuck out of here.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what that look like? A society where it's okay to be, oh, you're so cute and all of that to a fucking child.
Nah. See, I'm still under the impression that any sexual activity under the age of 18 is illegal. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're 16 having sex with a 14-year-old, it's illegal.
But you know, the age of consent in the United States goes as low as...
I thought it was 18.
Nah, it's just...
Or is it 16 now?
So look. I don't know this to be fact, but I heard this. In some places, it can go as low as the age of consent being 14. But that doesn't mean you can't get prosecuted for sexual activity with a minor of that age. But
even if you're a minor, right? Like if you're 17 having sex with a 14-year-old, you can still get prosecuted.
No. So basically they saying, right, you can get prosecuted for having sex with somebody underage, but you're not violating the law of consent if the age of consent is that age.
Ah, so if the child says, yes, I wanted to do this, like they didn't force me, they didn't rape me, I wanted to do this.
Right. You can still be convicted of a crime, but not that crime. Which is all some bullshit if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, come on, man. You telling this kid that, okay, you can't drive until you're 16. You can't smoke until you're 18. You can't drink until you're 21. But you can consent to a motherfucker violating your innocence.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I mean, but who doesn't want that? You know, what 14-year-old girl isn't dying to go out there and experiment? What 14-year-old boy ain't talking to all his guys about, ooh, yeah, I'm going to get me some. And, you know, like, we was lying about it. When we was 14, we was lying.
Look, but that's
you know, I didn't lose my virginity till I was like 17. But 14, 15, I was talking to, you know, we was at the lunch table.
Right, we was talking like we was
eating the pussy and like what it tastes like. Oh, you did it for real? What it tastes like? You know, and you know, just
like, you know, the whole like we had the whole grabbing booty phase, like you grabbing ass and trying to see some titties at a young age.
You know, like you want to do that. You want to go out there and experiment. You know, but it's still illegal.
But see, and to be totally honest, right? Even at 14, with all this talk and experimentation, right? You can hear it. We hear it from men all over the place that they was taken advantage of as young boys. Just because there was that curiosity doesn't mean that when the opportunity presented itself to be a willing participant, that they felt the same way that they felt talking about it.
Yeah.
Like I can say for myself as a 13-year-old boy, a grown woman getting naked and putting her pussy in her face might not have went the way it'd go for me as a grown man.
Yeah.
Like that's not,
yeah.
You still a boy.
Yeah.
You still a child and you still are nervous and afraid because you don't understand.
Yeah, you got to know, and now you got to live with this.
Right.
Like, man, I talked myself into this and I didn't, once it finished, I didn't want it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I got to live with it.
That shit happened as a grown man.
Yeah.
What did I do? No, but let's make this clear. Yeah. That's nothing to laugh at. I made a joke about being an adult and being in a situation that I regretted later. Totally different thing.
Yeah,
but we're not making no jokes about pedophilia. We're not making jokes about underage children put in that position. We are saying, you see this motherfucker at a McDonald's, put your hands and feet on him.
I wish I had a picture. I wanted to have a picture so I could show y'all.
Well, maybe in post, if we find one, we'll post it up. You know, post a link to the Facebook post or whatever.
Yeah, man.
We'll do that. All right. So, wow. Do we really want to go here after that?
We have to, because that's the perfect segue.
Well, I'm going to let you bring it in.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, I admit that I listened to the whole thing. I admit that I gave him 40 minutes, because after 19 minutes, I had to go give him 19 more minutes.
I admit I was totally annoyed and totally confused and totally unamused.
And I admit I'm shocked that he said a lot of things, but like there was some I
admit that I'm off it, man. I'm really off it.
The whole Hugh Hefner thing, like the man had 5 girlfriends. All right. They wasn't starving to death. They wasn't in chains and shackled. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go to jail when they parents came to get them. Mm-hmm. And I say parents, but they were grown women. These were grown women.
Now, I think if Hugh Hefner was alive today, he would be vilified in a greater way.
You think so?
Hell yeah. In today's climate, what's going on right now?
You think Hugh Hefner would...
What? Yes.
You think Hugh Hefner would sell all this stuff and move to Bali?
Now you're going too far, man. You're giving them too much, man. We'll get there. But absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get there. Yeah.
Absolutely. But
right now, we're talking about Chicago's very own R. Kelly. Robert Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
The Pied Piper.
And I feel like...
of R&B.
I feel like he's broke and he needs money. And he's trying to get back on America's good side. You know? But I don't think it's possible. but he's definitely trying.
See, all right, before you brought up something interesting, I wanna go off on a tangent just for a second though. When you say you think he's broken trying to get back on America's good side, that make me think about the conversation we had about the Dream. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Dream sold 75% of his catalog, but why though?
See, I feel like the Dream, not that he needed the money, but he knows that he got some shit coming out. Like 75% of what's already done is not 75% of everything that he's gonna do.
But I mean, what artists do you see selling? Do you see Jay-Z or Beyonce selling 75% of their catalog? Do you see Demi Lovato selling 75% of her catalog?
Man, shouts out to Demi Lovato, man.
Yeah.
She whatchamacallit, man. She going through the whole
Absolutely.
overdosing thing, man.
Absolutely.
Like, if you need help, man, talk to somebody.
That's
man.
for everybody. That ain't nothing to joke about.
That's
You think it's funny because they celebrities, but we all got people going through something.
That's for Demi. That's for Boonk. That's for anybody out there who might need some help. You know what I'm saying? If if you on camera crying on IG, telling the world that you need help, I'm saying I feel for you, man. Like, but if you follow these people and you see them out there asking for help and they suffering and they crying and they they begging and pleading with you. Man,
absolutely,
do something for them. Give write the comment, write somebody's number down in the comments, or tag somebody who can talk to them. They're celebrities, but they're also human beings, and they need help. Yeah, and if they're asking for help, it should be readily available.
Yeah, in this time that we living in, man, it's only appropriate.
Because everybody is out here just outraged, and you know what I'm saying, it's just outrage culture. Like, you do one thing. And you outrage the popular opinion, and you're gone. But
that's all. It all ties back. So I just brought up the Dream thing because I was just thinking about it. We talked about it, but we never talked about why. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody else had those thoughts too. But let's get back to.
I mean, maybe he just needed $23 million to buy another island, or.
Well, I could imagine he could sell assets to get liquid money.
Yeah, and what's
like
what are your masters? Assets?
No, those masters appreciate. You sell the things that depreciate to get liquid money.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't need it. Like
that's what I'm saying.
He is so confident in his skills.
I don't know if there's that much confidence in the world to sell 75% of the thing that's going to take care of my children and my children's children.
You don't think T-Pain could sell 75% of his shit right now?
But why?
And still put out another 500%?
But I don't think, just like I didn't think the Dream had any reason to sell it. Like anything that I would have needed, I've made enough money in my career to be able to get it and still hold on to this. And if I haven't, something happened. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Did something happen that created the urgency where he needed to sell that much of his catalog? Scott Scorch.
Maybe he built his empire on Hennessy, and it's crumbling off the heroin or something, or the lean, or
I won't make such wild allegations, but I will say
maybe Christina Milian needed something. Ain't they married? Aren't they? I think so.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I don't know. Look, no. Let's get back to R. Kelly, man. Because I want to hear, because I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I'm depending on you to tell me.
I mean, he went in on everything.
Okay.
The only thing he didn't talk about was the whole urination. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was lawyers involved that said you cannot talk about that. You can talk about everything.
Do you think he would talk about that though?
I mean, the way he was going, he talked about everything. He talked about being molested as a child. He talked about homosexual relationships. He talked about having sex with his girl's best friend. He talked about not being able to read and his publishing being lost. He talked about Steve Harvey and John Legend going in on him. He talked about his kids and how he missed them. He ain't seen them in 3-4 years. He talked about everything.
See, now, if you're a fan of R. Kelly, which a lot of people from Chicago are, you know all this stuff already.
See, and that's the thing. Nobody's really a fan of R. Kelly anymore. Like, and he's starting to feel it now. You know, like there's nobody. Motherfucker DJs play his shit at clubs and they get booed. Mm-hmm. Like change this shit. Like the dance floor stops moving. Like we're not moving till you change this R. Kelly song.
So I think the greater question comes: where is that coming from?
I mean,
the falling off. Where did that come from? Is that just time marches on, or is it a particular feeling towards the music from the man? Because it can be because Elvis, we already know how fucked up of an individual he was, but motherfuckers still like Elvis Presley.
You see, I feel like
Chuck Berry.
I feel like Bill Cosby had a lot to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Like just Bill Cosby falling all the way from America's
He fell
dad,
far. He fell really, really far.
And then you go back and R. Kelly was already knocked down. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened to Bill Cosby is just like it set a wave in motion. Like, okay, yeah, we finna erase all of these guys. Anybody who's in the past that did some crazy shit, yeah, we finna bury them even deeper, you know?
So you said something.
So, all right. Are you going to talk about how I said he's trying to get back in America's good graces?
I was just going to talk about, I was going to mention a phrase that you used last week. Is this too much, too late?
For R. Kelly, I would say nah, because
like realistically,
he's already dead. You know, like right now he's just a zombie.
But he can still tour and make his money though.
He can't though. Because if America doesn't like you and you're American pop culture, you're America's top export and America don't fuck with you, America's not going to let you out. You can't go to Africa. You can't go to Europe. You can't go to South America and, you know what I'm saying, make money if you don't have that American flag on your back.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Like, I mean,
you look at 2 Live Crew, look at NWA, look at all of these groups that set the standard for disobedience and breaking the status quo.
Yeah, see, but I'm not talking about the American government. I'm talking about American popular opinion.
Oh, you're talking about the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like if America
like tastemakers and such.
Yeah, if America ain't fucking with you, America's not going to export you.
Right.
You know
right, because you got motherfuckers like Charlemagne and Joe Budden and all the people that's talking to the people.
I'm talking about.
Saying, nah, we ain't going.
Donald Trump, hell yeah. Donald Trump will invite R. Kelly to the White House.
What the fuck?
You know?
What?
But this thing, I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about the American people. The people that make American money move.
Right.
You know?
The people that truly make America great.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if they say you're not welcome here, they're not going to let you get out of America. Or you can go to Mexico and sell out a show. Or you could go to, Botswana and sell out a show. They're not letting you go nowhere, you know? So now, some places, it might be okay to do with all the shit that R. Kelly did. And some people might praise him for doing what he did. Oh, he's a king. He's royalty. He's an R&B superstar. He can do whatever he wants, you know? And he can go there and sell out shows, you know? But as far as being an American export, he had to apologize to America before he can go to McDonald's and get a chicken McTitty. You know what I'm saying?
McTitty.
So I don't know. I guess I want to ask Chance the Rapper. As the co-mayor of Chicago, you know, Chance the Rapper, Joe Freshgoods are the 2 mayors of Chicago. I want to ask their opinion. Like, does this song make it okay to play R. Kelly in the club again? Does this song make it okay to buy tickets to an R. Kelly show at Rivers Casino or wherever he might be performing?
Look. All right. This is what it comes down to, in my opinion, right? You can make all the songs that you want to make, right? Now, I feel like a lot of the reputation that R. Kelly has garnered by the court of public opinion is based in allegation. So when you're in a situation where nothing has been proven, but it's the status quo as far as who you are it's like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, nothing has to be proven anymore. You was just talking about that earlier, how nothing has to be proven.
Right.
But you got Dave Chappelle, I want to pee on you.
Yeah.
And then you got the Boondocks.
Yeah.
If I don't want to get pee on me, I'm going to get the fuck out the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's kind of like how when Baby went to the Breakfast Club, like, man, stop playing with my name.
Yeah, like, man, that shit's been appropriated everywhere. Kingdom Chevy. Put some respect on Chevy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking McDonald's, I'm loving that respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is putting respect on their name now because of what Baby said. You know what I'm saying?
See, and I think the reason why I said that is because now it's like you kind of stuck in limbo. Cause it's like you put in a position where you have to apologize for something that it was never proven that you did.
I gotta apologize to you for your opinion.
Right. So when I apologize, that's creating a whole new ball of wax because that's me admitting guilt to something that I was
do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or that I was never convicted of doing.
Right.
Even if you did it,
you didn't do it. Right.
Of doing it.
Exactly.
You know,
it's like OJ apologizing for killing Nicole Simpson.
Yeah.
And
if I did,
if I did do it, that's the position that he in now.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up position to be in.
But I like the title of the song. I admit, and he admitted everything that he did. You know, and he said, like, man, I admit that I did this, and that, but I didn't do all the other shit that you said I did, and I never got convicted for all the shit that y'all blackballing me for. You know, like, but I admit that I did this and this and this. You know, so like it's an admission. You know, it's after the statute of limitations, and it's after the double jeopardy. Or no, there's no double jeopardy because he's never been convicted.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Like if you don't say nothing about it, the stigma remains.
Yeah.
If you do say something about it,
you're guilty.
Exactly.
That's fucked up.
And that takes us straight to Cecil Simmons.
Cecil Simmons. Hey, you being sus.
Hey, you being sus right now.
Sus.
Bring the sus down. Nah, but all right. So
I didn't know nothing about this.
All right, let me pull up the article while we talk about it. So I seen it. They saying Russell Simmons is packing up and leaving the States to go to Bali, where there is no extradition laws.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I would go to Bali. Indonesia, man, Indonesian women are like the most, I mean, they look like me, you know? It's weird to want to be with a woman that looks like you. Like that's what, you know, I mean, a lot of cultures try to claim me though. I've always had this my whole life, you know? Like in high school, you know, we went to Lane Tech. It was a big school.
Because you was a light-skinned baby.
There was it was a Filipino club. The Filipino people swore I was Filipino, you know.
Bunch of pinheads.
You know, I was at the gas station last night, and this humongous 6'7" swole ass Puerto Rican dude. He look at me, say, Boricua? I say, nah. He say, you look Boricua. I say, I look like a lot of things. And
see, when you light skinned, they question your nationality. But when you look like me, you's a nigga.
Yeah, they deny your nationality.
Yeah.
You can tell them, but my grandparents are Native American, or my great grandfather has a Cuban birth certificate, or you know, all this stuff. And
my grandfather could be Cuban on one side. You never know, but you's a nigga.
Yeah.
But when the light skinned people come around, oh my God, you must be. Are you Malaysian or are you mixed with something?
Yeah.
Oh,
what are you mixed with?
What is this thing over here?
Yeah.
That's that BS, man.
Yo.
Look, so anyway, back to Russell.
Yeah.
That just made me mad, man.
I hear it. I hear it in your voice.
All right, so I'm going to read directly from the article. It says, sources say that Simmons is spending quite a bit of time in Bali amid the allegations. Bali, a province of Indonesia, has no extradition treaty with America, which some are speculating is Simmons' reason for being there.
And that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
2 points.
Ding, ding.
It's fucked up because some are speculating, and that's going to become the public opinion that, okay, this is what's happening. There's no proof that that's what's happening. And then point 2, you read something that Money Mayweather, Mr. 50-0, wrote last week.
Yeah, I did. What?
Think about that. If he can't read, how the fuck he write that whole paragraph?
Oh, he had somebody write it for him. It's the Money team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Money team,
Because
man.
I'm like, how did he write this whole thing? Did he proofread it before it went out?
Man, he got a whole editor. What? The Money team, my brother. All right. So look, it's so fucked up that even though this is what the representative for Russell said, he said, Russell divested himself of his active U.S. business interests last year to focus on his spiritual practice and serving his community. As a part of that journey, Russell has traveled to many spiritual destinations around the world, but continues to retain active family presence and residence in the United States. Now, despite that, only thing we gonna see is Russell Simmons selling homes, staying in Bali, which has no U.S. extradition.
Yeah. And they ain't got shit to do with U.S. extradition.
Nope.
I mean, we all know that Russell Simmons is a very spiritual person.
Exactly.
You know, he's always Mr. Zen, Mr. Yoga, and
he's one of them people that does for the people.
Yeah. You know? When I think Russell Simmons in Bali, I think monks. I think
yoga. I think spirituality.
Yeah, I don't think U.S.
enlightenment
law.
And such.
Yeah, enlightenment. Yeah. You know, but that's what I think because I've followed Russell Simmons since Fat Farm. You know, like I remember 7th, 8th grade when the first Fat Farm made it to TJ Maxx, and I was able to see it and get my hands on it.
I remember when Fat Farm shirts was $60.
Yeah, it was at the what's the store called? At the in the mall.
Lots of stores. In the mall.
Belvedere Blues.
Belvedere Blues, baby. Get them Havana Joes.
And my Havana Joe.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like that's the same lose-lose situation. Because it's like, with the allegations against Russell Simmons, at this stage in the game, there's no way for him to disprove it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he tries to defend himself and charges do come to him, he could possibly go to jail and lose everything, right? Yeah. But if he apologizes, he admitting guilt to something that he has said vehemently that he did not do.
That's so fucked up,
man. So it's like, even though he might not be leaving because of that reason.
But then at the same time, Russell Simmons was the person that told Terry Crews to give dude a pass.
Right. See, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Russell Simmons was the first person to call Terry Crews. Like, hey, man, just keep that calm. I'm saying, just give him a pass. Like, so what's going on? So maybe, but then now I
see. But now you speculating, exactly. See, that's the poison that gets created with these little shits running around on the internet. Man. Yeah,
vicious cycle.
And it's like fucks like us ain't got no choice but to talk about it because we have thoughts.
Yeah,
we process this shit, and as students of hip hop.
That's bad, man. That's bad.
We have to question the teachers at all times.
This is America in 2018.
Yeah.
Like, this is just having a conversation about them puts us in the bad guy's shoes.
Exactly.
Or the good guy or the victim shoes.
Right. Just because victim. We talk about it, that means we taking sides.
Yeah.
And if we not taking sides, they putting us on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not taking the side of the victim, you're on the side of the perpetrator.
Yeah.
Like the speculated perpetrator.
Like the people that. All right, I'm going on the touchy grounds, but I have to. So the people that be like, all right, I believe survivors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's such a blanket statement. It's like it's inherently wrong to say I believe you because you said it.
Yeah, but at the same time,
like that, a victim is a victim.
Yeah.
All right, let's not get that confused.
Yeah.
But it's a difference between a victim and three of us being in the room and one person leaving, and I'm saying you a bitch, and then you come back in, and I say the person come back in, and I say, man, he called me a bitch. Yeah. I believe you. You're a victim.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know? Like, it's no way to know. We can't, as a society, we cannot do that because that's moving backwards. That's a witch hunt.
Well, I guess we see the whole transition from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. We've gone from a faith-based age into an into a evidence-based age, a knowledge-based age. So now it's
big data.
Yeah. So now everything is right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no like the same pastor wearing the same clothes from 96 and 2018, you would say, oh, he's definitely touching boys now.
Right.
But in 96, you looked at him and he was like the right hand of God, the holiest of holies. You know, you wouldn't dare say anything about him. But now it's like, yeah, I see it with my own two eyes. We're in the information age.
See, and that's the dangerous thing about information, because
there's no faith. You know, the only faith is what I see. I have faith in my vision, my eyes, what I see, what I hear, what I smell, what I taste.
Yeah.
You know?
And you can read all the books in the world, but without that faith and application, you can still be a big dummy.
Yeah.
Like, man, you don't know shit.
Yeah. You know, it's fucked up to be there, because now it's like, oh, well, I don't want to take away from a victim being a victim.
Exactly.
You know? But
that's clear.
But on the other side of that coin, it's even worse when a victim comes and tells you, hey, I've been being molested for the last 2 years by that person. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh no, you're just a badass little kid. Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody believe you. Hey, all y'all, don't believe them, because they're just a bad person.
That's a terrible way to go about anything.
A bad person.
That's a terrible way to go about anything.
You lying on him, you gonna lie on the next man.
That's dismissive.
You know, now that's even more dangerous.
Yeah, to be dismissive is even worse.
Now, is that having faith in the perpetrator? Like saying, oh no, that person right there, they would never do that.
No, that's having distrust in the victim.
That's bad. That's
where it goes bad at. Like,
so I guess that's where we are right now. It's like, for so long, the victim has been demonized. Like, oh, how dare you say that about that upstanding citizen of the world, you know? And now it's like, oh, why you hit me? He hit me.
Let's get him.
Like anything that you do nowadays. Like, yeah, there's people out there doing really bad things, like this guy in McDonald's that's just showing little girls his dick. That's a bad thing. He should be persecuted. You know what I'm saying?
Castration.
Or prosecuted, you know. But there's people out there who aren't really doing anything wrong that are getting just blackballed, losing their job, losing their everything.
You know, this is not a new thing. It's just taking on a different form. Like, I was looking at, like, all right, you remember when you was a little boy? Little girl could run up, scratch you all in your face, kick you in the nuts, steal on you or whatever. But as soon as you push her away from you, as soon as you push her off you, she going to tell. And when she tell,
you in trouble.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
You in trouble with all
the scratches and scars on your face,
holding your nuts and limping, and
you dead.
Yeah, you in trouble.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. You seen Rosewood, right?
Nope.
You ain't never seen the movie Rosewood? All right, so in Rosewood, pretty much a white girl got raped, and the black town was destroyed because the white woman said the black man raped her. But in all the time, she was cheating on her husband with another white dude. And the white dude beat her ass after they had sex.
Oh, wow.
And she blamed it on the black guy.
So now, what was the whole good music Rosewood thing? Why was everybody wearing tuxedos with bow ties and white shirts?
That I don't know.
Remember that?
I do remember when it was all...
They said it was Rosewood.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, man. But that's just like the broad coming back 50 years later and saying, yeah, Emmett Till didn't really whistle at me. You know?
Now that was crazy when I read that shit.
On her deathbed, that's the last thing she said.
She recanted herself before she died.
You know what I'm saying? But this young man, 14 years old. Yeah, was his birthday or is the anniversary of his death this week? Because I've been seeing it all over Twitter and Instagram.
I try to stay away from that stuff. You open my eyes to the fact that, man, we have to stray away from them using these events as agendas. So it's like when I saw it, it's like, all right, I'm not going to get into this because it's like you opening up a wound to put more salt in it.
Yeah.
You know?
But you said we have to talk about it, though.
No, we have to talk about it. I just didn't read it because of that fact.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is just throwing more salt in the wound. Just, hey, you don't forget.
You peeling off the scab to put more salt on it.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you don't forget that we could still kill you at any time.
At any given moment. Yeah. And it'll be another 60, 50 years before we find out what really happened.
But now, what's going to happen when motherfucker hungry and they want a pizza and Papa John's the only thing open? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Go to Papa John's. Don't forget, hey, we got 75% off coupons. Come to Papa John's and get a pizza, nigga.
Hey,
like, they want you to forget that.
Yeah.
They want you to forget that Jimmy John is out there on the back of the boat with swordfish, hugging on the giraffe and the motherfucking laying on a fucking tiger skin rug. You know what I'm saying? They want you to forget all that, but nah, Emmett Till, yeah, we did that on purpose. Yeah.
See,
we bringing it back. Oh, remember Jack Johnson? Yeah.
Yeah, like that was the most fruitless pardon that I've seen.
It made no sense. It just brought a whole nother generation into Jack Johnson's life.
Knowing the servitude that was expected from black people.
He finally got the peace in his rest. And they just woke it right back up.
So you mentioned Papa John's. So John Shatner, the founder of Papa John's, is suing the company. You know why he's suing the company?
Why?
He want that paperwork to come out. So it's saying that he wants them to disclose all the documentation related to their response to his use of the N-word. He said because of the unexplained and heavy-handed way in which the company has treated him since the publication of the story that falsely accused him of using a racial slur. Now that ties into what we're talking about too.
So he's saying that they falsely accused him of using a racial slur.
Pretty much.
So
it's like what we was talking about, like it's a judgment without any form of context.
Yeah, see, that's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on it on the news. Like I was watching
for somebody to say something, right?
Like this is the we have the audio clip of him using the word.
Right.
Yeah. So when them beep come in, you don't want to serve them, but you have to, like, or whatever. Like I was waiting for the context. And in the news.
At the end of the article, it says Shatner is not looking for any financial kickback from the lawsuit, just for the company to disclose information about his removal.
Yeah, there has to be a written transcript of the conversation that got the man exiled,
pretty much
blackballed.
Because it's like, it's starting that trend. Like we talked about this episodes ago. Like, man, once you start this, now it's open season for anybody doing anything that people don't like.
Yeah.
You don't need proof. All you need is an accusation.
And they don't even have to not like it.
Yeah.
They just have to not be able to do it themselves. Like, I can't sell everything and go to Bali right now.
Nope.
So why are you doing it?
Right. Why are you going to Bali?
Yeah.
Like we all drink purple Kool-Aid. Why you want the blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
what you got to hide,
that's
my brother?
Enough to lose everything you have nowadays.
That's a scary
time.
Just
being different.
It's a scary time.
Having an opinion that's not yet the public opinion. Like sometimes I feel like it's a 50-50 shot in the dark. Like you're going to say how you really feel and either the public is going to love it or they're going to end you. Like and that's a very scary time.
You're right. You got to be afraid to express yourself now.
Yeah.
That's the craziest shit.
And that's your First Amendment right as a American citizen born in America.
And it's like, that's super scary. Like we don't even have to amend the Constitution. We can circumvent it.
Yeah.
We can just go around it.
We could just say, nah, I don't like that. But me saying I don't like that means more than you saying what you had to say.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a scary place to be. Like just
we spent a lot of time right there, man.
I mean, we talked about a lot.
Right, we did. We tied in a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
we getting better at that. I like that. We tying it all together.
Hey, man.
Oh, so wait. You want to go? Let's go to Dak. Let's go to Dak because
I didn't really read that article because #NFLmoney.
NFL money.
Reading that article to me would have been like watching an NFL game.
Well, the reason why I looked at the story is because one of the reasons why I was looking forward to watching football this year was to see the Dallas Cowboys and how Dak Prescott was going to play this season. Because, I was a diehard Bears fan and I enjoyed watching the Cowboys. Yeah. Because we grew up 91, 2, 3 with Deion Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, them motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
So when I seen the story, I'm like, what? Dak Prescott said what?
Yeah.
So he basically
Dak Prescott basically said, y'all keep paying me, all right?
Right.
I like this money.
I ain't with them niggas.
I don't know them niggas.
I don't know them. Yeah, so
I want some pizza.
Right. I like pizza. They said they having a pizza party. Yeah. So, Dak Prescott, he basically said that he's against protesting for the national anthem and it's not the right time or the right venue for protesting to happen. And he tried to make it clear that it doesn't matter that he played for the Cowboys. No matter who he played for, he would have this same stance because this is who he is, and this is his opinion.
Like I feel like I need to restate the same thing I say every week.
Speak on it.
It's not the military that they're protesting. It's not the national anthem or the people that go out and fight for our freedoms that they're protesting. They're protesting the police brutality. They're protesting police killing people in the streets.
Absolutely.
And how that needs to stop.
Absolutely.
It's nothing against the U.S. Armed Forces.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. It's just not
right. When you hear stuff like that from a black man, it's disheartening because if you can't see what the point is, are we really doing a good enough job with showing what this is and what it's about?
Like it's gonna, and that's the guy that I worry about because that's the guy that's gonna go full commando when the police kill his nephew, or they kill his brother, or they stop his cousin and plant drugs on him and put him in jail for 15 years,
right? And
he got to pay for the lawyers, and man, like that's the person who's gonna get affected. That guy that's like, no, I'm not gonna protest. I'm never gonna protest. Until it happens to you. Not saying that it's gonna happen to him, not saying that I'm wishing that it happens to him. I'm just saying that if it does happen to him, if he's one of the unfortunate ones who go through it,
they trust the system until the system turns on them.
Yeah. Like then he's gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that won't be the case. That helps him to see the light. But
I hope he moves all his family's body.
Yeah, well, all right. Off the NFL. #Nflmoney. Save that NFL money. No Madden this year. All right.
We don't need Madden. I don't even like that shit.
All right.
I suck at Madden.
So yeah, you pretty trash.
NFL Live, all that shit.
NFL Live. What the hell are you talking about?
Wasn't it the NFL Live back in the day? Wasn't it? It was Madden, and then what was the other one? The cheap one. The one was like a dub.
2K football. We've talked enough about football. All right. Tell me about Vic and Tekashi.
Yeah, man.
Wait. Shout out to Vic Mensa, man. You've been putting your foot in their ass recently, and boy, am I excited.
Yeah, man. Can you acknowledge us, man? Can you tell me something about the hair? Like, I don't understand the hair. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, you've been going fucking crazy.
Going nuts,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? Shouts out to you, man. Shouts out to the whole Save Money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Kids These Days last night, actually. And it's just great music, man. Yeah, man. My new favorite song has to be Shades of Blue. Like it's from 2016, but he was going in about the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. That's still going on. Terry Crews.
Yeah, I was listening to the autobiography, man. If you haven't heard Vic Mensa's Rock Nation album, the autobiography, man, it's a great piece of work. Go and check that album out, man. A lot of real topics on there, a lot of real rap.
The autobiography, and there's a lot going on. The EP that came out before that, man, he's been solid.
Yep.
Now, can you name a Tekashi 6ix9ine song that's not Gummo? Oh, Fifi, right? Yeah. Well, I guess that's a Nicki Minaj song.
I mean, even if I could name a song, it wouldn't change the fact of what poison is being represented here.
All right. I'm gonna go on my conspiracy theorist.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get weird right now.
So
you got the right name to get weird. You anonymous now. Let's go there. And I'm saying weird. This episode is weird, 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 weird.
So I'm a fan of Entourage. I'm a fan of most things Jeremy Piven does. You know, he played Marshall Field in one of them old school.
Yeah, Jeremy Piven
pieces.
He's been around for a very long time. I like Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven goes hard.
Yeah.
So what you might not know is that Jeremy Piven plays Rombo's actual brother on Entourage.
See, I didn't know that. That's who. So that's who Ari Gold is supposed to be.
Ari Gold is really Ari Emanuel.
Mm-hmm.
Rom Emanuel's brother.
Right. Yeah. So you broke this down to me earlier. Tell them what you told me.
Now, Ari Emanuel is Tekashi 6ix9ine's manager. And as his manager, he has to keep him in the public eye. He has to keep him relevant. So what other way to keep your artist relevant than go at the rappers from your brother's city that your brother doesn't like? You got Chief Keef. He has banned Chief Keef from making $1 in Chicago. Chief Keef can't even fucking go to the Chicago theater. He can't go and perform at Reggie's or anywhere. Like Chief Keef is banned from the city.
You can't go to Reggie's, man. You know somebody got it out for you.
Yeah, and that didn't pan out. Chief Keef didn't incriminate himself and fuck dude up like everybody wanted to do for Chief Keef. You know what I'm saying? So who's next? Vic Mensa. Like, how the fuck you gonna come at Vic Mensa? Vic Mensa, not only will he beat your ass in real life, and DJ Academics.
Man, yeah, man.
He's such a better rapper than Tekashi. And I just feel like it has something to do with Ari Emanuel being his manager and just trying to rid the city of Chicago of rappers. That's my conspiracy theory. Like, he's sending him after these guys. And man, Tekashi just went in on Vic Mensa talking about
tell me what he said, because I didn't see it.
It's like, is he even respected in the city? Like, can anybody name one of his songs? Is he even a good rapper? Who is this guy? Who is this kid? I don't know this kid. Instead of calling him a kid, the man is like, I don't know how old he is, but I know he's older than 22. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's been Grammy nominated a couple times for kids these days and his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's respected. He's definitely way more respected than you, and he's definitely just a better all-around person and rapper. He was in Chirac. He was on stage.
Yeah, he was. He was
Chirac.
In the beginning of Chirac.
Yeah. Like, he's been around a long time. He's been around a lot longer than you.
Let's hear him speak.
I never did 6ix9ine. All I said was he got his style from Chicago rappers, something he has admitted, and that he needs to show our city its respect. So if he want to talk about suck my dick and all that, fight me then. Point blank. See me in these fucking hands. No security. We seen you drive around Chicago with 8 police. Shoot the one-on-one. See what happened to you, boy. I'll turn your motherfucking face the color of your hair. So put up or shut up like your bitch-ass homie. And Academics, it's on sight for you when I see you. You already know you don't want to smoke with me. The whole world know it. They saw you bitch up. I called you a bitch to your face. And you are a bitch in your heart. So, nigga, shut your motherfucking ass.
Chi-Town.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Get the fuck off our dick, man.
Yeah.
Go somewhere.
Yeah.
Go back to Treyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's sad to see this going on. But I ain't gonna lie. Since the whole Tekashi Keef shit, I've been hearing a lot more Keef music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just on that Swervo. He got a song with
shouts out to G Herbo, man. Swervo available now. Go buy it, go stream it, listen to it.
Shit's good.
Solid.
Like, it's solid.
Like,
I wasn't expecting it to be that solid.
Nah, you hear growth from Herbo, man. Like,
man.
Like the way I was seeing videos of him, he got his son on the video. His son is the cover art for How I Grew Up, the joint with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you seeing the product of Chicago growing up, being smart, making his money and talking about it the right way.
Yeah, you see the same thing with
Vic.
Was that who I was gonna say? No, with Chief Keef.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like Chief Keef then definitely grew up and matured and become a grown man.
Yeah, because they gotta provide, and that's what's number one.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying?
So, but yeah, just
and that's the crazy thing to me.
I want to go back to Vic Mensa saying, "We seen you in Chicago with the 8 police." Why was Tekashi 6ix9ine in Chicago with 8 police officers?
Yeah,
because his manager is the fucking mayor's brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he had a fucking police escort to get through the whole city and go on Old Block and go everywhere. Because your manager's brother runs the city.
Yeah.
So of course you could come here and shit on the city of Chicago because you have the mayor's fucking blessing.
Now we done watched. I know I've watched this dude Tekashi 6ix9ine walk around passing out hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to people, buying food for the homeless, doing all this shit.
That is not God's plan.
Let me finish. I just wanted to say one thing, right? Now, it's a big difference between doing that, which seems to be publicity, and doing what Chance does. You know what I'm saying? Doing what Vic does, doing what Herbo does, doing what these guys do. Now, he would preach his sincerity in such efforts, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, man, if you sincerely care about the people and helping people, why you gotta act like such a... Well, we know why, but man, you need to find a new way, because that's gonna get people hurt.
Yeah,
that's gonna get you hurt. That's gonna get other people hurt. That's gonna get people that everybody cares about hurt. Yeah, and that is not what we need right now. It's too sensitive. We making too much headway. We got too much power. We got too much power for all of that.
Yeah, man. And I mean, that's, again, it's hip hop culture. It's not black excellence. This is not black culture. This is hip hop culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see the hip hop artists come out and start fucking shit up. Whenever black people getting the strong and getting the wheels greased and starting to move better, hip hop fucks up.
I think they call that a nigga moment.
Yeah.
You seen the Boondocks, man.
Yeah.
That's how it happened. This is how the nigga moments happen.
Yeah, man.
Everything's going fine, and then that hip hop situation where your Puma gets smudged and the nigga look at you like, what? That's how it all happens, man.
Hey, man, apologize, bro. Like, if you smudge somebody's Puma, man, just apologize. Because it takes 2 to tango. You know? You just say, if you feel like you should be sorry, just say you're sorry. It doesn't make you less of a man to apologize to somebody instead of ending them.
Hey,
you know,
we keep on having these the more you know moments in each show. I feel like the rainbow shows across us when we had these.
Yeah, man, like it's stupid. It's 2018, man. All the information is out there for you.
Like the boy, so you see the boy Boom Gang got shot.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, man, what's up? It's like, it's right in our faces. Like, man, this is not what you do. But it's fucked up because whatever the powers that be, whatever system that they set up, this is the way that they prosper.
Yeah.
By catering to that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, man. But man, yeah, man, I guess
thinking life's a joke is profitable.
Yeah, man. And yeah.
Yeah.
Your black life don't matter. Who said that? Was that Chance or was that Vic?
I don't know.
Man, shouts out to the Chicago lyricists, man. It's just so many lyricists out there from Chicago. You know, the Mick Jenkins and the Vic Spencers and the all the other guys who ain't getting the shine that you know Chance and Vic is getting right now. You know, and what's the boy Juice WRLD?
Yeah, Juice WRLD.
The
rookie
he going crazy.
Oh man, shouts out to Juice WRLD, man. If you ain't checked out Juice WRLD yet, check out Juice WRLD. He got a single with Uzi. It's pretty freaking dope. Check out his freestyles. He got a freestyle on Flex. And then he did another one with LA Leakers. This boy is actually freestyling.
Joe, did you see the Did you see the Quentin Miller freestyle on Funk Flex?
How Flex was looking at him?
Oh,
yeah. Man. But the crazy thing is he went nuts on their ass.
Not really.
Yes, he did.
Nah.
Did you hear what he was saying?
Yeah. I mean,
and he was actually freestyling?
Yeah.
I just think he freestyled Drake lyrics. And if you know anything about Drake lyrics, you got to listen to the motherfuckers 2, 3, 4 times before you know what he was talking about and who he was talking to.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Quentin Miller did. And Funk Flex was just like,
wow, how did this guy make it to the top of the leaderboard?
how you get up here? This is Hot 97. Big Dog, Pitbull, Funk Flex. Get the app. I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
Shout out to Quentin Miller, 1317. All right. I rock Nike headbands on the regular.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I do. But anywho, yeah, I saw the freestyle. But all right, so we got a little bit of time left. I wanted to quickly get to the Chicago kids. I don't know if you remember, but this was a couple years back where they kidnapped the mentally impaired boy.
This was last year. Or was it 2 years ago already?
That was like 2 or 3 years ago.
For real?
I know it was at least 2 years ago because they getting sentenced now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all 4 of they were all, well, yeah, all 4 of the kids that they were charged with kidnapping and assault and committing a hate crime.
Yeah.
Because they took the mentally impaired white dude and they put him in a room and they was like torturing him on Facebook Live.
I mean, I don't know why you want to talk about this. I mean,
I wanted to talk about it because of the point that you brought up.
mm-hmm.
Like, I was talking about how, you know, with what they did and these being black kids, like, don't get me wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Right?
Yeah.
So...
For the record, wrong is wrong.
Right. But when I was talking about these kids getting sentenced for doing this...
I brought up the white boys in Texas with the noose hanging from the back of the truck, and didn't they drag a black kid?
It was something like that. It was a blatant hate crime.
Yeah.
For which they got probation.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't want to go on the record on either side of this debate. You know, like, I mean, what's wrong is wrong. Black people get persecuted harsher than white people in America. That's what I'm gonna say.
And that's why I brought it up.
Like, I feel uncomfortable going here. You know,
what Anonymous says what needs to be said.
You know, yeah. I mean, they definitely got a harsher punishment than they would have gotten if it was a mentally disabled black person,
right,
being kidnapped by 4 white guys or 4 white people in America. You know, but wrong is still wrong.
Absolutely.
You know? I'm not gonna say they should have got probation, but he probably shouldn't have got 8 years because he wasn't the only person in the room. Right? Maybe he was the only person over the age of 18, but I don't want to say anything else. I feel very uncomfortable having this conversation.
Well, I mean, if you're going to let your discomfort keep us from making a point, we can do that.
Well, I mean, what else do you have to say about it?
Well, I was just going to say that, man, all of this stuff ties in to what we talking about, whether we talking about Tekashi, whether we talking about Boom Gang, whether we talking about these kids on camera, you know, all of this stuff ties in, man, because it's a culture that's been created. We was talking about what we seen on Instagram from people that we know and what they putting on their Instagram feeds for people to see. You know what you saw because I showed you and you said it popped up on your feed first.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's all marketing. You know, you got a product, you're trying to push a product and you market it.
Exactly. So when we getting kids.
And these are also people who don't have cell phones, you know, so they need to get customers to their product. And that's one of the only ways. Wi-Fi is a motherfucker.
It's just, when I see things like this, I like to say something because it's like the same phone that's in their hands is the same phone that's in your nephew hands, that's in your son hands, that's in these young people's hands, man. You have to be informed and aware at all times of what's going on around you.
My son might click on Instagram instead of clicking on YouTube when he's trying to get to his little Paw Patrol videos. Hey, I'm sorry to y'all, man. I don't know what phone is logged in that's connected to my son's YouTube, but he keeps on liking these Paw Patrol videos and these little toy.
The Faculty Lounge does not like Paw Patrol. All right,
we love Paw Patrol.
We don't watch Paw Patrol.
We just don't watch the shit.
Yeah,
you know, we don't watch Play-Doh Playtime. I'm sorry. That's my son doing that.
So you want to do this?
Yeah, man. See, now that I talk about.
Yeah, right. Because you love stuff like that. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man. I've been
hop
saying
to
it, man.
Hop to
For the last couple of years.
No, wait. Before you start, I just want to shake your hand and tell you was right. Because you've been saying this for a long time. And I was like, man, fuck you talking about.
I mean, we all know Queen B is Queen B.
Absolutely.
But there's a white Queen B. And I just didn't understand why. I did not understand why Gwyneth Paltrow had all of this power.
See, and at this point, I'm still very confused to who exactly Gwyneth Paltrow is and how I would know her.
There was
I know I do, and I know I've seen a movie that she starred in, but I have no clue.
Yeah, but whenever you see anything about Gwyneth Paltrow, it's that's Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
The best thing ever. We have to love it. We have to treat it tenderly.
I'm gonna die because it's Gwyneth.
And I'm like, what made Gwyneth Paltrow so powerful? Like, I don't understand it. Like, there's so many other women.
Jessica Biel kind of guy myself.
I fucks with the Jessica Biel. I like
Scarlett Johansson.
I like Olivia Munn myself, but she doesn't seem to be that power. Like, it's not a beauty thing, it's a power thing.
So where does this power come from?
And the good hair.
That's racist.
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
So the allegations, I'm just gonna go off these allegations because I am
once again to the allegations.
It's my public opinion. This is my seat in the court of public opinion. It's been
This is our table. It is our table, so we can say whatever the hell we want. We can speculate about whatever we want.
So it's been alleged that Gwyneth Paltrow is Becky with the good hair.
Hey, wait. It's funny to hear you say alleged, because usually I'm bringing forth all of the alleges and you giving me the I don't care. Let's keep going. What's the allegation?
The allegation.
I'm flustered because I'm so excited to hear you talk about allegedly. What's alleged again?
It's been alleged that Gwyneth Paltrow is Becky with the good hair.
No.
The one that almost broke up the
Carters.
Yeah, the Carters.
The Carters.
This is ape shit.
This was alleged by Amber Rose.
Yeah. But now, so was this part of the $11 million payoff when she broke up with Kanye? Like, you can't talk about anything that went on.
Well, non-disclosure agreements don't have a statute of limitation.
Yeah, so how would she know, But it definitely explains what I've been wondering about,
Absolutely.
Like, I've been wondering why Gwyneth Paltrow has all this power.
Why is she who she is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why is she always sitting at the table with Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Right, because it's it's not an extreme acting acumen. It's not an extreme artistic, presence in the field.
I thought maybe for the longest time, I thought maybe she had all the artwork. Right. Or she had, what I'm saying, a crazy car collection. So
is she like a friend was she a friend of the family? Like,
yeah. Like,
she
was just there with the kids and eating dinner and sitting at the table at the Met Gala and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you keep going.
She was always around, and I'm just like, for like 2-3 years, from like 2015 to like 2017, Gwyneth Paltrow was a part of the Carters' relationship. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why is she always around? What the fuck did she do? She had Beyonce's testicles in her purse. And I just... I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? But these allegations put everything together for me.
Okay, so now I'm looking up a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow. Because I got to know.
She is not.
I got to know.
She is no Beyonce.
So where does I can't. That's just, I'm not like that. So I'm not going to question that. But.
Yeah, man. She's no Beyonce. Out of all the white girls in the world, Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah. And maybe them lips do something.
Oh! Sorry.
Yeah. Those lips. That is, man, perfect.
We got to rap, man. We got to rap.
I don't know, man. But if that's true, man, shame on you.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not. I feel uncomfortable. How about that? Yeah, I feel uncomfortable.
Oh man.
What's up? All right, man. You ready to dip out, man?
Yeah, man. It sounds like it's time to get back to these students, man.
Double salute.